You're watching the Mortgage Busters and Investment Show, and you know this show is all about paying off your mortgage, paying off all your debt to make sure that your home is paid off. You've got investments to take you through to retirement. Adrian.
Howdy.
How you going?
Goody.
We've got Hamish back today.
Yes, we do.
This week.
Our two-part series.
Say hello to Hamish. Hamish,
Welcome
we've got
back.
Hamish McDougall, who is an independent building contractor from the East Gippsland area.
Consultant.
Welcome back.
Gentlemen,
Consultant.
gentlemen, great to be back.
Fantastic.
Love coming on the show.
So we've had tremendous amount of response from last week's show, which is really our exposure in the sale area.
Perfect.
So just in a nutshell, what's good about sale?
Is this when I do the
Is there
joke
a
in the
sale on
nutshell?
sale?
Is that when I do the joke in the nutshell?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, so look, in terms of sale, just last time we were touching on some general things about sale, the area itself, and what's good about living there. But we thought this week, let's actually talk about some of the estates that are opening up, some of the developments, what's happening, and just go through that, just so people will know that you hear of these estates, you drive along the freeway, don't you, and you see about 10 new estates open up every time I come up to Melbourne. Seems to be a new one every week.
Just to kick off, I mean, on this, in your introduction, yeah, absolutely. But the thing is, just 3 points that I took note of. The existing price level is fantastic. It's a good entry level price, which most people, the average Joe and Joanne, as we refer to all the time,
yes,
it's affordable. They can actually afford take a small loan and actually purchase an investment property that can move them forward. The second thing is it's great positive cash flow. So the rents are 5 to 10% return, which is amazing, and long-term growth prospects, which is sustainable growth over the long 10 to 20 year period.
Exactly.
I'm running out of breath.
Exactly, Greg. And look, I mean, giving you an example, and probably to cement in everyone's minds that it is a long-term prospect sale, is Defence Housing Australia, so DHA, which build homes for the RAF people. Wundella, which is the premium estate there, the really big, nice estate. They're all nice estates, but it's a beautiful estate. That estate there's opened up a new stage. Now that new stage, very little of those blocks, so you've got to get onto it now, very few of those blocks are actually getting put into the public space. Now the reason being is the government is building housing that they will keep themselves this time, because they've gone, hang on, sale is an area, we'll build it ourselves, we'll keep them, we'll rent them out later on, and we'll just keep using them for RAF people, and if we don't, we'll move them on to other people. So obviously, they've made that decision themselves.
Land values, how much are they? The people need to know, because they're paying at the moment 220, 250 grand for what? 250, 300 metre squared block of land?
Tiny blocks. When I come up to Melbourne, I'll answer the question, Adrian, but gee, when I come up to Melbourne and see some of the blocks that people build on, wow. Gee.
Then the house on top
I can't swear.
Then they've got to fit a house on it.
It's a whole different
market.
Yeah, it's a
different market.
Yeah.
But certainly, so what you're looking at...
We're not denigrating Melbourne
no,
at all.
Absolutely. I love it. I just, I was up here all weekend, the other week, so absolutely love it. No. None of that occurred, but maybe a little.
But as a business decision, I mean, sale is got a lot to offer.
It is, and look, one of the things one of the key areas to look at is the developments that are happening at the moment. So there's one in Cabanes Road, which is a big development that's happening. So that land is currently getting divided, all the infrastructure work's going in.
What sort of price? That's
taking off. The prices there, they're talking between, because they haven't started releasing the land yet.
Yep.
I think they might have done, or they might have started just promoting it, but I believe they're talking between 110 and 160,000, depending on the size of the block. Now, keep in mind, $160,000 block in sale gets you, maybe 1,100 metres square.
Huge
it's a
block.
Big block,
The old days.
The old days, exactly. Quarter acre just about. So then there's Glenhaven Park, which is also, it's actually, it's going to be good, bit of competition between those two. They're actually diagonally opposite each other. So we'll see how that all goes. And Glenhaven Park has even got a retirement village. Well, I don't call them lifestyle village.
Of course.
My dad's moving into one, and I said a retirement village, and he yelled at me. So lifestyle village. So that's getting built in sale as well in Glenhaven Park, and then there's new stages opening up there all the time. And both of those, the good thing about Cabanes and Glenhaven, the developers that own it are also own a bit of land around it, so they can expand. And open that up as they need to. The Wundella one, which I spoke about, unfortunately won't be as many blocks to the general public as we hoped, but red hot to get onto. And then you've got the Glebe as well. And again, that's been a almost complete development. They've opened up a little bit of land there, and for the sort of prices you're talking about in there, 130, 135, $140,000.
That's crazy.
And that's
fantastic.
That's between 475 metres squared, maybe 450 metres squared, to about 550 metres squared. So good sized blocks. You can get what you need on there, and that's the key. Making sure you build the right type of home. Don't build a 2-bedroom unit in those particular estates, because they won't sell, and you won't get the renters in.
Are you mentioning what sort of inclusions? 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, ensuite?
10-bedroom, yeah. Yeah, okay, so from an investment point of view, and the tends to be the demand in sale, and look, it's broadly speaking, obviously, you do get the occasional call from someone to say, oh, I'd love a 1-bedroom house in one of those new estates.
Really?
But yeah, obviously very hard to do. Yeah, a unit essentially, but very hard to do that. But in terms of the key demands in sale, what people generally ask for in that area. So it's 4 bedrooms, 2 living spaces, ensuite, obviously have your ensuite in there too, and an alfresco. So that's what they're talking about. But also landscaping. The amount of times, I tell you, the amount of times I've driven past, seen other investors build an investment property, don't research the market, build a 3-bedroom, 1 living, no alfresco, no landscaping, and it breaks your heart. The scary thing is they still manage to rent them, because the rental demand is.
But I've noticed. I've seen your property,
Yep.
and they're really fantastic to look at.
Oh.
And the feel, the touch, the look, the quality. But it's those added features like the recesses into the shower and that sort of thing. I mean, can you just
elaborate on that? Certainly, and thank you, Greg. I appreciate the feedback.
They're really
it's
fantastic.
It's sold anyway.
I've sold it. It's sold. It's sold already. But yeah,
But they're very,
I'll sell you another one.
they're very logical. Accessories, that really make life easier.
They do, and look, the sort of things you're talking about, Greg, that I put in, and I encourage, not just when you do them yourself, just general public. If you're investing in a house, 4-bedroom, as I say, 2 living, the alfresco, the ensuite, and as you say, this is where you got to think about what people want. The recesses, you call them, the shower niche is what they call it.
Niche, okay.
So having the niche in there.
We've got about 20 seconds.
Okay, niche, you put your shampoo bottle on there, your higher ceilings, your upgraded appliances, your actual robes with robe doors and robe fit outs in there so you can hang and put your clothes away. These are the things that people look for.
Sliding robes?
Sliding robes.
Sliding,
absolutely. not the pull out, because you want to keep the space. And doing those things makes all the difference.
And you can tell the quality because everything feels nice and smooth and, nice to the touch.
Absolutely, you've got to use the right people to do it.
How much did he pay you?
Nothing, but the bottle that's under the table. No.
No, I'm very impressed. Very
bar.
impressed with your building quality. It's
Thank
fantastic.
You. Appreciate it.
All right, we've got to go to a break. We'll be back with the Mortgage Busters and Investment Show very shortly. You're back with the Mortgage Busters and Investment Show. Hamish, so fantastic upside, great lifestyle, property values are increasing, fantastic rents, and the rents, no shortage of rental property. There's a strong demand.
Yes.
Warwick, which is adjacent to Sale, expound the praises of Warwick.
Yeah, look,
because we have actually an exposure in Warwick.
Yeah, minutes away, just really close to the CBD of Sale, actually. So just over the bridge, and you get into town.
And it's a beautiful bridge.
It is. Well, they actually did an arts bridge on the left hand side there. It's again, I don't want to sound too touristy, but
it's true.
It is. There's a new bridge they built there, and it was part of some sculpture type thing how it works, but there's a bike trail, so you can actually ride the bike all the way in there as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Warwick very close to the CBD, very close to Sale as you come in. And look, in terms of investment opportunities there, some great exposure. There's land is generally very affordable in that area. You can get bigger blocks as well there for similar pricing. So you do get some people move out there for the lifestyle, the bigger block, the more affordable blocks. And absolutely, there's plenty going on there. There's a development that's going in there that's coming up, and that'll be really good exposure. And even the locals have been talking about that. And
you mean our development?
Well, I didn't know whether I was allowed to say that, Adrian and Greg, but yes, yours.
Well, that's exactly what I was saying, which is we actually have an exposure in Sale, and it's going really well.
Yeah, your one, and exactly, and everyone's been very excited about that. It's gone through the planning stages, things like that, as you gentlemen know. neighbours haven't jumped up and down and protested. You do hear about that occasionally. So there's no one.
Well,
being
that's
there
a given with any development. Yeah.
Absolutely, you're correct. So yeah, that's where it's going, and again, it's just about getting it right. You know, building the right type of product with exceptional finishes, really good quality, and if you're doing that, then it's absolutely ready to go.
And you're from that area. I mean, that's the thing is you've got intrinsic knowledge in that area. You know what to look for. You know what the culture looks for. You know what people want. You know, that's what it's all about.
It is, and it's also relationships. You know, I've spent a long time developing the relationships with local estate agents, other developers that you speak to, builders, and you know, I consult to some of those guys as well. So and girls. So it's just about having those relationships because it's then you know what the market demand is. There's nothing worse than going into an investment, is there? And blind, which is why you're here and which is why you have your reporting that you do. So it's about knowing it and knowing what the market wants and then building to that.
Absolutely.
Well, we wouldn't even have known about it if we didn't meet you.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Yeah.
We found out about it from you.
We've forged a fantastic relationship now, which is great.
Absolutely.
All right, so speaking of the report,
yes.
Which is this report?
Well, we have
tell us about this.
Yeah, well, with every property that we do, so example, let's just say Warwick, we've got properties there from 270,000 as low as 3-bedroom, everything that you talked about. We do a
so
property.
So you're talking about like the main bedroom having an ensuite?
Yeah, ensuite.
Fantastic,
Yep,
higher ceilings,
and,
double glazing. I know I live there myself.
In our cases, yeah, we have got double glazing as well, and the you're not doing the porticos. You're calling them the
alfresco.
Alfresco area.
Alfresco, right? Yes.
It used to be a portico.
I prefer alfresco. But anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, well, just see a lot of partying going on, don't you? The property investment analysis report. So let's have
property
investment analysis report, which is actually called a PIA. A lot of professionals use it as a PIA. So we'll go over it. It'll be on your screen in a few seconds. We'll show an example of $270,000. And this report itself would show you all the ingoings, outgoings, all the cost of tax, everything.
Tax deductions.
Yeah, everything that you get, all the advantages.
Growth rates, the whole lot.
Yep. Working on even small margins like only 5%, 3%. You know, like this one here in particular has only net rental yield of about 6 or 7%. But
so that's a conservative.
It could be even higher.
Estimate.
Yeah,
of course.
So we do all of our stuff on a conservative figure, and it always ends up much more. But if you have a look at the first pages in where the little brackets are showing over the next 5 years, you actually get $33 into your pocket. This is based on a 20% equity from your home, which is pretty standard in investment.
$33, that's a great Illuminati number.
Anyway, 66. But that's in your pocket every year. And then
so we're talking
from the beginning.
From day one.
From the beginning. And then you've got $43 and it continues on to $38, $39, up to $69 after 10 years.
Yeah, but I mean that's without any growth or hardly any growth.
Yeah, well there's growth as well. But if you look through the report, the second page is a bit more complex, but we can explain all that to you. But very important, the graphics that are available here, is that there's a graphic that shows that the majority of the actual home is paid off by the tenant. 78% in this case, and 22% of the taxman. That's pretty incredible.
So that really gives meaning to the positive cash flow aspect.
Well, somebody else is paying it off. So you are actually accumulating an investment property, and all your growth belongs to you, and you don't actually come out with any money out of your pocket.
So you can actually then move on to another one?
That's correct.
Another one. So
and you can do that probably every 3 or 4 years.
Absolutely.
Without being too ridiculous.
So what do you think about this strategy, Hamish?
You do it, don't you?
Makes sense. Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, I mean, and that's the key. I mean, we talk to people about that. Friends and family obviously speak to about it all the time, being in the industry. And that's what we say. Look, if you can try and build, you know, as Adrian alluded to there, every 3 or 4 years, try and get another one, and you're using the equity of all of them as you go.
Yes, of course.
To do it. So it's absolutely, and getting a good bank manager and
I mean, we've talked
about as well.
Sorry to cut you off, but we've talked a lot about sail and the lake and the good weather and the coffee shops and all this
the
sort
black
of stuff.
swans, yes.
Yeah, all that sort of stuff, which is fantastic. I mean, that's great lifestyle. But the numbers speak for themselves. I mean, and that's what we're talking about here is this report here, which basically gives you the numbers, conservative numbers, to make sure that this works, that this tabulation actually works.
Compared to negative gearing, sorry guys.
Yeah,
Negative gearing is just, you don't want it. I mean, you don't, if you've got an immense amount of income, that's great. Yes, it's good for you.
But that's one of the things
But-
you guys are great at doing is doing those reports so people have all the information. And that's what I was alluding to before. About everything, about the builder, about the people you're working with, the trade you're using, the suppliers. You need to have those relationships and you need to go in knowing what you're going in for.
And the great thing is, most people don't actually know that to purchase a brand new, specifically off the plan property is much cheaper for you than a second-hand property.
In all aspects. And the tax
Absolutely.
deductions that you get as well. And all the advantages that you get. Depreciation. It just
The whole lot.
It goes on and on.
And the thing is, and I often talk about it generally when people ask me that question, and friends and family do talk about, but it's a new house. And I say, yeah, that's right. Funny though, I'm pretty sure when you go in and buy a game console or a car or something like that, very few people turn around, unless you're talking about the exotic old cars, you don't go in and say, I want to buy a car that's 20 years old, do you? But we do that with houses.
Yeah, correct.
Strange.
Correct.
40, 50.
So, just to surmise, you've got a fantastic area, sale, being
Agreed,
sale, right?
agreed, yep.
Great people, great coffee shops, great lifestyle,
Yes.
but also great numbers, and the numbers speak for themselves. All right, we've got to go. We've got to break. We need to go to break. All right, you're watching the Mortgage Busters and Investment Show. We'll be back very shortly. You're back with the Mortgage Busters and an Investment Show. Adrian,
Howdy.
talk to me.
So let's talk about some of the opportunities that are available in the area. Warwick, use that as an example. There's the ability to invest to buy, we call it.
Invest to
Invest to buy. So you invest, that's a normal process, but invest to buy means that you actually invest in the development first while it's getting constructed, and when it's finished, you get a discount because you've actually invested into that development. So therefore it's helped us out, helped them out. So it's substantial, and it's thousands of dollars. We can't tell you exactly how much it is.
Correct.
But at the end of the property, once it's developed and finished, you own a property, obviously. It's cash positive anyway, and it'll become more cash positive when you have a discount to it as well.
Fantastic.
Add to a discount to it.
And Adrian, these are turnkey, aren't they?
Yes, of course. Yeah, that's
Landscaping,
very
everything is-
important. Yes,
yep.
thank you
And
for
turnkey is for
reminding
the
me.
benefit of the
Benefit of the viewers, yeah. So turnkey's making sure you've got your blinds included, all your floor coverings, your landscaping all done, ready to move in, your external concrete ready just to move
Air
straight in.
conditioning,
So basically,
heating,
you've
the
got
whole
the
lot.
key. You
Turn the key and you walk in and it's
walk
ready.
in
And
or
then put your
let the-
furniture in.
And it
tenant
doesn't,
go,
it doesn't
yeah.
work
Let the tenant
because
do
you
it.
gave me the wrong key.
Yeah, you gave me the wrong key. That does happen. Yep.
But yeah,
So,
everything.
just to reiterate,
rental ready. Yeah,
Yeah.
renter ready.
Invest to buy.
Yeah.
So you're actually investing in.
Yeah, you basically, example, if you have
like a development.
$50,000, $100,000 that you can get out of the equity in your home that you would normally purchase a property, you'd put that into the development, and out of that you would get a discount at the end of the development. So it's many thousands of dollars. We can't tell you exactly over on television, but at the end of the day, you get that. It's a great discount, obviously.
The
at
return,
end,
the return is many thousands.
because
but
you're getting
the entry is what as low as what?
as low as 20% for whatever you're buying.
No,
so
no,
270,000.
No, how much do you have to invest as an investor?
Well, it could be around 90 to 100,000.
okay.
Yeah, if you're doing the 20% cash positive
So
scenario.
50,000.
60, 70, it depends again on the
Okay.
property.
Okay.
But in most cases, it'll be about 90K will cover most of it. In reference, you want to make it, we want to be cash positive. We don't want to get off that
No,
track.
but what I'm saying is that to participate in this
90,000.
funding development, right?
90 to
And
100,000.
we're calling on investors
Yes, correct.
that have 90,000.
90,000, 100,000,
Okay.
yeah, correct.
Fair
Yep. But the ones that are purchasing, that's what I was trying to say, would need that so they can actually purchase at the end of the day a cash positive home.
Understood.
Because at the end of the day, all they're borrowing then would be only 170K. Who's got a mortgage of 170K?
No, I know. It's it's
not
easy to yeah. It's I can. I
In
can
most
swallow that.
investment
Yeah.
world, that would be 3 to 400,000.
Okay.
the
So
difference.
what about the second?
And we have,
strategy?
we've got a couple of opportunities. We have actually ready to go at the moment 4 or 5 customers in a rent to buy realm where they're actually ready to now rent to buy a property from one of our investors. So we can get investors on board they can purchase the property, and there's a profit at different stages, which you could sit down and explain it to them. But at the end of the day, that is very cash positive because
So
there's a small percentage that goes towards.
Mortgage Busters and Investment Show is putting a call out
Yes, correct.
for anyone that's listening to the show or would like to inquire about this process.
Yep.
2 alternatives, which is number 1, basically
Invest to buy.
So invest into a development of sorts.
Yep.
And then eventually buy
Yep.
scenario.
Correct.
And number
Or
2,
invest to actually keep turning over properties over maybe say about 5 years, which is the rent to buy, because you're actually investing for someone else to buy it off you
Correct.
in the future.
And Hamish, your investments, your exposure into the investment world is going well.
Yeah, it is. I was actually going to say, can I get some of that sent through to me, please, as well? So I've got it too. Yeah, it is. I love it. But yeah, I've got a passion for it as well, though, being in the industry. So absolute passion for it. But it's like anything. Obviously, passion takes you so far. But I wouldn't be still doing it if,
of course.
If there wasn't some money to be made. At the end of the day, that might sound selfish or incorrect of saying it, but obviously I'm in the business of doing them to make money and to look. I'm self-employed, so superannuation is something that is not always front of mind.
Well, most people are very concerned about superannuation.
Absolutely, and they are, and it's ongoing, and that's why I see this as
a self-made superannuation. I mean, this is a fantastic scenario, and it's all positive cash flow.
Well, you get the thing that we missed out on. Why do people get this percentage? Is because they're making money out of the development. They're getting a little bit of a margin out of the builder's profit. They're making a bit of a margin out of everything. That's why this is able to be paying, so that sort of
a percentage return, which is very, very healthy.
Because you're sharing
much preferable to bank rate.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, way over.
All right. Well, Hamish, thanks so much again for participating in the Mortgage Busters and Investment Show. Surely we'll be seeing you again.
Great to be back. Yep. Anytime.
Enjoy the drive up or down. Is it up or down?
Well,
down.
yeah.
Which is getting shorter and shorter because of that road work. Is really
it is. Once
really,
it's done, I'll look forward to it.
Get the helicopter pad going.
Yeah.
All right. So the Bust Your Mortgage report. We've got about 1 minute left. Let's promote this and let's get people up and running.
Well, all the reports that we do, they're all free, so you can find out everything from the beginning to what you actually can do to get somewhere.
So we're not only promoting the Bust Your Mortgage report, but also you can participate in a development.
Correct.
The 2 types, which is basically invest and buy, purchase an investment property. And number 2 is?
Well, still investment, but to give you which we already have clients for, 4 or 5 clients ready to go for rent to buy.
Fantastic.
They're actually ready to go.
All right, wonderful. Thanks so much yet again, Hamish.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Great explanation. We'll see you again next week on the Mortgage Busters and Investment Show.